No one comes on mine.
Well, that's because of Instagram.
Oh. I can't see it. Oh.
Good afternoon, motherfuckers and motherfuckers, and happy Mother's Day. This is one of your hosts, Yung Dolemite of the Cat vs. Dog podcast. Here with my lovely co-host, CJ.
Yay! Being here today.
Happy Mother's Day, CJ.
Thank you.
And the super producer, Ben Ready.
Ben Ready.
Yeah, he in the building.
You stupid. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. It is Mother's Day. I'm a mother of one. I got trapped one time, and one's enough for me.
Damn. Trapped.
Women do get trapped. Men try to act like, hey, men be trying to lock down a good woman too. Okay?
Hell yeah. You got your shit together. You look good. Got a good job. Yep. Niggas
Trapped.
leaving it in. Leave it on in there, nigga. No, we ain't pulling out shit. I ain't pulling out of shit but the driveway after I'm done.
Hey, and he got me, so hey, it's okay though.
Congratulations to you, sir. You got you a CJ for at least 18 years.
Yeah, no.
At least 9 more years left on that contract.
We are good co-parents, and that's that.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's it. That's all we got to do.
How your week going, being ready?
It's going better. I'm getting better, man.
Yeah.
Ready for the new week, baby. How about y'all's? What's going on?
I feel like I miss these guys. I normally don't. But because we didn't film last week, I did.
I damn near gave her a point for saying that. She fucked that point
Damn,
up.
hell yeah. She said, you know what? I'm second thought, fuck these niggas. I'm second thought, these niggas ain't shit.
Yeah, I usually don't. Oh, let me pull the pin back.
Like, fuck them niggas. They cool, but they ain't
because
that
that's honest. Cool. We see each other usually every week, but then when we skip the week, I was like, dang, I miss the bros.
I honestly took my point back.
Man, for real, that nigga turned the point into an X.
Negative.
God damn.
Starting the show off on the hole.
Like on fucking like on dominoes and shit. Like, yeah, we're gonna cross that point out. We're gonna hold that point.
It's all good. I love y'all anyway. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. We love you too.
So our Black excellence is gonna go to moms since it's Mother's Day. It's the thankless job. So when you're a mom, you're a chef, you're an Uber, you're a doctor, you're a psychologist, you're everything you can think of without any type of pay, any type of monetary, anything, and rarely thank you. So Black excellence definitely goes to all the moms out there today.
Definitely. Especially mine. Hi, Mom.
Shout out. My mom doesn't watch our show because we cuss too much. So I would give her a shout out.
Sorry, CJ's mom. My bad.
We say nigga and the F word way too much for her, so she doesn't, and neither does my dad. I would give him a shout out, but he don't watch it either.
My bad, Michael Smith. That's
shout out to
my
Michael.
favorite
You will
name.
never forget his name, huh?
Hell no,
Yeah.
Michael Smith. How do you forget that?
He's a dope.
I'll forget my name before I forget his name.
You stupid.
Michael Smith.
So today's show, we're just we want to give it. Our topic is definitely Mother's Day, but topics relating around moms, motherhood, what makes a good mom, and so forth. So we'll just jump right into it. What makes a good mom?
Really loving your child.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, because you know some motherfuckers, they got that they stay fly, but they kid don't type of shit. They worried about the type of time they having as opposed to the type of time they kids having.
True.
So I think that just putting your child first is the number one quality of being a good mother.
Ding on that. Putting your child first for sure is a quality of being a good mother.
Yeah.
I think go ahead.
Go ahead, no.
I think for me, when I think about like what the things that my mom did that were really, really good was definitely putting me first and then pouring into your child. Like you really are teaching them everything because they don't know shit. Like you don't know anything. I feel like that's the toughest part. It's not even the clothes buy-in. Anybody can buy J's and throw them on a kid and dress them up and have them look nice. But like teaching them loyalty, integrity, character, like that takes a lot. That part is the draining part, so that you don't raise an ain't shit ass child out here.
Yeah, and not letting the motherfucker get away with everything under the motherfucking sun. You know, because it's times, you know, and some shit you do gotta let slide. Like,
True.
you know, sometimes when you're a parent, you gotta let the small fish just swim away and shit. Cause it's it's some parents I will see, like mothers who just whoop their kids' ass for everything.
Yeah.
To the point where the kid is like, all right, bitch, I know I'm gonna get my ass whooped anyway, so go ahead and do your worst.
That's true.
So, you gotta be strategic with the belt.
I think that's where that balance comes into play. Especially in the Black community, we definitely believe in a good ass whooping, which I do believe is time. But a lot of times I talk to my son. Like if you know your child and what they respond to, what works for, because every child is different. I think if I had another child, that'd be the child that I had to beat their ass all the time. I already know. That second child is that thug, is that gangster.
Yeah, my daughter's the gangster.
Yeah, like
the second child.
That number 2.
But I don't know.
Off the chain.
Both mine is gangster. Deuce is Mr. Don't Give a Fuck.
Oh, well, that's because you're his dad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then Brownie is just mean. So like they
that's
both.
That's also because you're her dad.
No, I don't know. I'm not mean. I'm nice.
No, you're not.
I am. How am I not
You're
nice?
not mean, but you're not nice either.
I'm a balance.
You decent.
What's the Sour Patch Kids?
Yes.
I'm sour,
there
but I'm
you go.
sweet.
There you go. You're a Sour Patch Kid. You're a grown ass Sour Patch Kid.
I'm sour, but I'm sweet though.
Can a woman raise a son? Like a good quality man.
Yeah, my mom did cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll say yes?
Yeah, it can be done, but it's not something that I would suggest.
I agree.
Because I've seen a lot of these niggas out here. You can tell they ain't had no daddy around.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree that it can be done. It has been done time after time, year after year, over and over, generation after generation. But there's an imbalance. Like, I want people to understand, like, that male energy and that female energy is needed for balance. And when one is missing, that creates an imbalance. It doesn't mean, like, that your whole life has to be messed up, but you now have to learn how to cope without having that structure. Me not having a father in like my early years definitely made a difference with how I dealt with men, how I received men. My dad had to come in and really undo everything that I thought how things should go. And it's the same thing with men who are raised by women. I see men who are raised by women, they can take direction from women very well, but when it comes to another male authority figure, sometimes they suffer in that area because they've never had another man tell them what to do. So then they feel like that's like a battle or some type of aggression, and it's not. It's just, this is another man. You don't have to be hard all the time.
Then some niggas who was raised by women display female characteristics like
True.
being jealous and gossiping, and when they just around other niggas do attention little like feminine shit. And even when they dealing with women, they do feminine shit. Like they got a little overdose on feminine energy and shit. And that's no bueno. Like for me, as far as a woman raising a man, my number one tip on a woman raising a man, get him around some real niggas.
Exactly. Ding, ding, and more dings. Yes.
And girls too, though.
Yeah.
Like if I'm raising a girl, I want her around some real niggas. Like if I'm a man raising my daughter, I'll have her around good women. Yeah. But it goes both ways. Because even if I was a woman raising a boy, I will, same deal. Like if I was a girl raising a girl, you still want both male and female around them.
True. I'm a huge advocate for that. That's why my son's in karate. I have him, and there's nothing but males there. He's in basketball. He's in all these extracurricular activities, so he can be around. I think that's huge, listeners. If you are a man raising a daughter, man, same thing. I wrote that down, and you took it right out of...
Oh, shit, my bad. I ain't see it. I ain't know that was on your docket.
I didn't even think that you would say it, just because, you're already a unit. So as a person who is a unit already, you don't think that you would think of that. So that's super dope.
Yeah, no, I was raised around gangsters. My mom kept some real niggas around me. That was my good thing that helped me be balanced. There was some real motherfuckers around when I was growing up.
I encourage men, if you know a child or you know a single mother, take that young boy under your wing, give him some game, whatever, because it's a community. It really does. Like that whole, what is it, village? It takes a village.
Takes a village to raise a child.
It's true.
And they don't really do that shit no more. Back in the day, I used to hear about that. Like my dad told me back in his day, like the older motherfuckers around to take the little young niggas under their wing. Our generation didn't get that shit.
No.
It wasn't a bunch of motherfuckers lining up to come give me some game. Like, I just was fucking around with motherfuckers that was older than me on some, hey, what's up, nigga type shit.
Right.
And, you know, I was raised in a gang area, so.
Oh, we know how that go.
You know, OGs pull you to the side when they realize that you seem like you got a little future about you. Motherfuckers will come help you out, get you out of the bullshit.
And that's that part. It's like even if you don't, you know, save a young black man from that road. We've already lost too many to that. So if stepping into his life can make a difference, then do that. I encourage it. And same thing for ladies. You see, I know quite a few males who are raising daughters on their own, because we got a lot of ain't shit women out here too. Step in and help that man, because it's just something. Like my son wanted to talk to me, no lie, the other day about puberty, and I was like, do you want to talk to me about this, or do you want to talk to another man? Because I don't have a firsthand experience with that. I don't know what your journey is gonna be. It's not gonna be mine. It's different.
Yeah. It's usually a funny thing to see from the outside looking in. What? Like when my wife catch my son enjoying himself, she's like, what is he doing? He's too young for that. It feel good. Goddamn. You know, he's exploring. He feels good. So he want to, you know, repeat that. Like, oh, shit. What was that? And she like, babe, is he supposed to be doing that? I said, shit, I guess so.
Not I guess so. You supposed to reassure her.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I guess so.
I did.
Yeah. Enjoy it, Deuce. Do your thing.
He's a full-blown idiot.
But shit, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could have told him some things, but I just feel like it would be better in a safer space for him to talk to. He's really close with one of his karate instructors. So I'm like, let him talk to him about it. I'm good. Can a stripper be a good mom?
Yeah. I think so. You know, it's just one of them, you just got to separate work from home life. That's how I feel about it. Because a lot of times when you doing something like that and you're a mother, you're doing that to be a mother. Like, you need the money. You have to make money some way.
Do you think most women who are doing it because of kids, or is it because of money motivation?
No,
I think most of them, motivation.
Yeah, exactly. Most of them is money motivation, but like the thing about a money motivation, if you have a child, you're even more motivated to make money.
True.
And you're not gonna make the money you make stripping, working at, you know, McDonald's. So sometimes you just in there already, and you like, shit, I'm already making $1,300-$1,400 a week doing this shit, so I'm gonna just keep doing it, because all them other jobs, all the bitches I know ain't getting what I'm getting, and my son stay with the new fly shit, so I'm gonna keep on doing this.
Yeah, okay, so then that's where it lies. I'm glad you said it. They stay with the new fly shit, this and that. So then if you have an 11-year-old boy, 11-year-olds are pretty aware. What do you tell him that you're doing at night? Do you tell him, I'm out here stripping?
I'm working.
Well, he knows. I'm sure he done seen some 10-inch heels in the back somewhere in the house.
If you a construction worker, it ain't like you telling your son, oh, I'm building this specifically. I'm doing this specifically. A lot of motherfuckers don't tell their kids what they specifically do at work. They just tell them they're going to work.
I tell my son, when my clients get on my nerves, I tell Bailey, hey, man, they showed up late. They get on my nerve.
Yeah, but shit, I had a hard day at work. I fell off the pole. Pole was slippery. Bitches was stinking in the locker room. Two hoes was fighting.
That's not what I meant, though. I meant like that. Just the fact that you're a stripper, and he's gonna know. And if he doesn't know, then you have to tell him, "Oh, I get naked. I take my clothes off, and then people throw money at me."
Well, no, you don't got to say that specifically. Like I said, you can say I'm a dancer. I just dance. You don't have to say I dance naked. You could just say I'm dancing. Like if you could be a whole ass prostitute. I went to work. Oh man, where you work at? I work off Fig. Shit, for real. Like I work off a Fig. I'm gonna leave it at that. Like I'm not gonna tell them exactly what I'm doing at work. I'm just gonna tell them I'm working. You know, I have to work very hard for you to whoop-de-whoop. And then maybe when they a little older and more aware, then you could explain it in greater detail. You know, I had to do some things that I wasn't exactly proud of.
There you go.
To put food on the table. But when they young, you ain't finna be like, yeah, you know, your mama out here clapping that ass, dancing for dollars. You know, I'm twerking and all that good shit, nigga. You should see me out there. Like, no.
Here's my thing. I think if you have a child, you can definitely still be a good mom and whatnot, but you should have an exit strategy. This should not be like the end goal, the end all be all of what you're doing. I feel like you should have a plan and an end date to, I'm going to stack my bread up till this such and such date, and then I'm done.
Yeah, get a swap meet.
Because
both.
it definitely, they're going to figure it out.
Yeah,
that's
learn how to do hair and nails.
Oh, hey, that's always a good hustle.
Yeah, figure out some shit like that. Like you can start a small business with a couple of thousand.
Yeah.
You can do mobile car detailing. You can sell T-shirts, hats, clothing, and if you a stripper, you get pretty popular as a stripper. So you can
if
get
you know
like,
what you're doing.
True, but shit, strippers in general get pretty popular. Like shit, you can get a good 5,000 followers if you a terrible stripper. Enough thirst traps on Instagram will get you a hot 5,000 followers. With 5,000 followers, you can start a little clothing line and make you a nice little chunk of change.
Well, he just gave y'all the game, so there it is. I can't tell you I can't help. If I could be a secret stripper, I would do it. But the way camera phones is and all this other jazz, I'm good.
Well, they don't really allow cameras in the strip club.
You know how many videos I see on people's timeline all the time taking pictures and
but
whole
some
videos?
Strip clubs allow it. A lot don't. Like I went to a strip club in South Carolina that was wow. I wish I could have had my camera in that motherfucker. Because you know what? California, we is not fucking with the South on them damn strip clubs.
At all.
Jesus,
y'all not messing
Lord,
with the South on the way this girl is built.
Lordy, Lordy, Lord.
Period.
Well, that, you know, a lot of them bitches in that club bought they butts, but they were all great and they still were fantastic.
All right.
You know, for all the people who don't know, spoiler alert, fake booty feel real. But
I
anyway.
have nothing to say. Oh, they get a ding? Fake booty gets a ding.
Yes.
It was a fact.
Fake booties matter.
It was a fact.
They don't matter.
Yes, they do.
Here, I'm not
They
knocking.
don't matter, but they feel
They
real.
don't matter, and
They
I'm sure
are
they
matter.
do. They do feel real. I'm not knocking, ladies. If you want to get your implant on, or your shots on, or your whatever it is that you're
Don't
doing,
get no shots. You better get that shit that they do in a Dr. Miami. Them
What
bitches
is
getting
that?
shots out here dying.
Oh no, listen, that's a fat transfer.
No, they
That.
don't
Get
document
that.
that transfer.
Yeah, no,
Get
they
the fat
pulling
transfer.
the fat out of their stomach.
Well, transfer some
and
of that
transferring
fat
it to their
up out that fupa and put it on your bunda.
I don't know how this was a Mother's Day special and we got on fake ass.
Because
but
there's
hey,
mothers out there with
it's
the
the
fake
cat versus
asses
dog
out there
show.
shaking them for their babies. You know how they always say I'm supporting single mothers.
Oh yeah.
Black China's a mommy. Shout out to her. So is Amber Rose.
Happy
Shout
Mother's
out to
Day
her.
to those ladies.
And Amber Rose.
Yeah, she's a pretty
Yeah, I
girl.
feel sorry for you, Bash.
Why?
Oh, yeah, you don't know about Amber Rose and Bash, do you?
I know she's a stripper and I know Bash is her son.
She
right?
lets ladies walk around butt ass naked around him, and she says she twerks for him. Would you twerk for your son?
Nah, I'm good.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
Bash,
in my
come
house.
on, dog.
I
You know,
mean,
good luck. Good luck,
I don't
kid.
think it's in the inappropriate way that we think it is.
Twerking for your son.
I think
I
she
don't
said
think
it, but
there's
have we
an
seen it?
appropriate way.
Like me and Bailey dance and we're silly. I
You
don't
twerk.
twerk. I don't twerk because we're usually
Exactly.
listening to the Osley Brothers. That's not a
can't
twerk song.
imagine
No.
an appropriate way to twerk for your son.
I think I think sometimes she just says stuff
And
to
she
get
has
attention.
pictures of nude women in their home.
I believe that part.
Do you think that that's appropriate for a child?
No.
Because
I wouldn't do it, but then at the same time, it's like he's going to see nudity at the end of the day anyway.
yeah, but it's kind of the same mind frame as like we was talking about having your child at the Pride or the slut walk. Like, it's just some shit that you should wait on.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Like, I don't want to have to explain what pussy is to my 8-year-old.
I don't want to have to explain what gay is.
That either.
That part.
I think Bash might get to that point because it's like when you done seen so much pussy in your life, you like,
Here's my thing too,
What's
though.
this?
When men get introduced to sex way too early, it sometimes
Makes them weird.
Not even that, it gives them a stigma about sex as they become older, and they look at certain things as like, my ex-husband was not, he didn't feel like I should give him head. He felt like, that's for hoes. You my lady, so I don't want to do that. But it was because he had been, and I know Gucci Man said the same thing about Keisha Kior. When you've been exposed to sex way too early, or you've been given like everything and you done everything and had 50 bitches, and it's just.
But what does he do when he wants his dick sucked?
I'm sure he fucks other bitches. Like, that's just the way of their life. And when you got money like that, you're not gonna tell me. I mean, she don't seem like the type that would go for it, but I wouldn't be shocked if it came out.
Yeah, you fucking with a rapper. It's like, come on, dog.
But I'm just saying, everybody don't feel that way about head. I know a couple of guys who are like, I'll take it. I'm not tripping on it, but that's not they go to. They go to is that thing.
Them niggas different. That's some different shit. Head is fantastic.
Hey,
phenomenal.
I agree.
It's amazing. Wow, nigga. Like, what? When
agree.
females be like, oh, I'm not really into it, I'm like, oh, yeah, you ain't really had that woo-wop put on you. That's why you ain't really into it. That's how I feel. I think a lot of the people who say they not into it, it's just like when niggas say, oh, I don't really like collard greens. Oh, you ain't had these collard greens,
right,
motherfucker. Like, you just haven't had
the right one.
Yeah, you ain't had a motherfucker to give you that neck motion.
Blow your mind. In
so
this
you
bitch.
Like, you know what? I like head now. Goddamn. Yeah.
Hey, it takes the right person for a lot of things, though. Even to bring a sexual nature out of a woman, it takes the right kind of man.
Hey, that's real facts. I had a homie that hated head, and I guess his girlfriend used to give it to him, and she used to have his shit bleeding. And then once he started messing with this other chick, he was like, we was talking in the studio one day, and he was like, I was like, nigga, I thought you didn't like it. He was like, shit, that was back then when I was with XYZ.
Right.
I said, oh, so that mean old girl got that fire.
That nigga said he was with Queen Latifah.
Hey, bro. Shout out to the men. If she make you bleed, by all means, hit her dead in the top of her forehead. What are you doing to make a man bleed?
A woman was biting me on purpose. I couldn't fucking believe it. I was literally in disbelief.
You can caress the tip with your teeth, but you're not supposed to bite.
Don't touch. No,
you got to know what you're doing.
I definitely gave her a point for that, but then it would seem weird if I gave her a point.
You can give me my point.
Okay. Now,
for teeth.
The teeth is fine.
If you caress it right.
No.
You can't take a bite out of crime.
No.
Nigga, I'm like this, nigga. Once, what the fuck you think you doing?
Listen, I'm trying to tell you.
She was like, oh, I seen you was squirming. You look like you was enjoying it. I said, nigga, I was trying not to punch your motherfucking ass.
You can't put it on the shaft. I said the tip of the head, lady. That's free game.
She was on that motherfucker. No. She heard that song, chewing on the dick like a piece of bubble yum. I know you see. I said, I hate that song because of that line. Because you got bitches out here like, oh, okay, they like it chewed on.
No, I don't think.
I think you like knuckle prints in your forehead.
Yeah, if she makes you bleed, fellas, hit her dead in her forehead.
Yeah, we don't condone
feel like you would really have
domestic
to be
violence,
something.
but we understand.
I'm like, I could like a graze of the teeth when you getting at it, sure.
Don't do it.
That part, you tripping. Okay, so moving on from here, we want do's and
Happy
don'ts.
Mother's Day.
Right.
You don't want to be a mother, swallow it.
Oh, you so nasty, bro. God damn, you nasty.
And I'm just talking for the people who don't want to be mothers.
Do's
Swallowing
and don'ts
is always an option.
for single moms.
Do's and don'ts.
For the single moms out there.
Do keep real niggas around. Don't stay in toxic relationships.
Stop introducing your kids to these men and calling them uncle or bro.
Stop introducing your kids to multiple men
at the same time.
Wow. Shit. At the what? Simultaneous?
Not like you met Bob on Tuesday and then Frederick on Thursday. It's too much.
Exactly, yeah.
Too much.
If you mess with Bob and Frederick, you need your ass beat at the same
what the fuck are you doing?
Hey,
Bob and Frederick should jump your ass.
It happens.
Because
y'all be out here talking to Lisa and Gina in the same week. So wait, whoa, pause.
I ain't never met a Gina out here.
I'm just saying, y'all be talking to multiple girls at the same time. We're not gonna judge these moms, but don't introduce them to your kids. Is all I'm saying. You want to get your Frederick and your Bob on, get it on, but not in front of your little one.
Yeah, I think my dad was trying to show me that he had hoes because he was just like, yeah, this is Tanya, this is whoop-de-whoop, this is such and such. Like, God damn, Dad, who the fuck is all these bitches?
I'm glad you said that because even though this is really for moms and it's about Mother's Day, men introducing, I think it's like acceptable when it comes to men introducing or showing different women to their son. But like they don't think about the reverse end of how that affects a male child to be constantly introduced to different women.
A player.
You either raising a player or you're raising somebody who is going to devalue women because their father didn't value women.
Players. A lot of players don't value women.
Well, there you have it. Dues for single moms. Do date. Like some single women or moms after their relationship doesn't work out, they like almost they pour everything they have into their child. And I know sometimes I have been guilty of this. Like you still need to have a social life outside of your child. You need to, because yes, your child is the most important thing. You put them first, but they're going to become an adult. They're going to get in high school. They're going to have their own friends and their own life and their own things. And now you're going to be sitting up in here like, oh, I done dedicated my whole life to my child, and now I don't have anything to do. And when they go off to college, you sitting up here looking stupid because you didn't date, you didn't do anything, I'm not saying by any means don't still have a social life while you have a child. And it can be difficult. It can be very difficult, but it can be done. Do not go into a shell and not still get out here, ladies.
Yeah, and always be learning so you can be his teacher or her teacher.
Yeah.
Whatever your child is, you should always stay in a situation where you're learning so you can be teaching them. And always be open with your child.
Yes.
Because the more you hide from them, the more they'll try to go learn on their own. And a lot of times, there's some shit you don't want them learning on their own.
At all. My mama left me to do that. And that was with sex. And that was probably one of the worst things she could have ever did.
Yeah.
Like, don't use these religious excuses. Don't hit them with the God said don't do it, so we don't do it. No, because my thing is that doesn't stop the curiosity. So they're gonna go ask their little knucklehead friends who don't know no more than what they do. So
yeah, my parents were very liberal with the sex talk, and the crazy thing is the one who was conservative, my dad, was the motherfucker who was out there player and shit. But when me and him had the sex talk, it was. You know, it's a lot of shit flying around here, son.
No, I never.
It's like, oh, that's the whole talk, Dad. My stepdad was telling me about fucking when I was in like 4th grade.
Thank God for my old best friend. Her mom used to have the sex talk with us, and she used to sit us down like in front of Maury. This was when Maury was popping, and like Sally Jesse and Ricky Lake, and they used to have girls on there pregnant. I know. She's like, out here fucking and you're gonna end up like them girls. Like that was the lesson right there. Like don't end up pregnant. That was all I think my mama ever said was like, if you bring a baby home, you can't live here.
Yeah, no,
that was probably the main reason I didn't
too.
get pregnant in high school was because my mama told me she was gonna put me out, and in my mind I was like, well, where I'm gonna go? So don't do it.
Yeah, my mom, what helped me be very safe was, I think I was like 12 or 13. My mom bought me a bunch of condoms and said, nigga, you're light skinned. You got good hair.
12 or 13?
Yeah.
Bailey, 9, that's 3 more years. I'm not ready.
12 or 13, motherfuckers is fucking.
Oh my God,
when I was in junior high, people was fucking.
People are fucking now. I get that. But I mean, like, the fact that your mother said, here's the condom.
At the time, light skin was still popping, so my mom is like, they gonna want them little light skinned babies, nigga. Look at that hair you got. When I had real long, good hair, she said they gonna want that good hair, nigga. You got good genes. They gonna want some of those. They gonna want a cute baby with you, nigga. So
if you having a baby just to have a cute baby, shame on you. I just want to throw that out there.
A lot of them. I remember when I lost my virginity in high school. And the girls was like, you and her will have such cute babies. Why are you not fucking with her? I said, because I don't like her like that. When I was in high school, I was anti-girlfriend. That's game that I'm going to get of both of my kids. Don't get in no relationships in high school. This shit is a waste of your motherfucking time.
Facts. Big facts.
You want to have fun? Have fucking fun. You want to fake date and kiss and hug and do all that bullshit? Yeah, have fun. But don't try to take none of these motherfuckers serious because you're going to have your little ass heart broke.
You really are. But you know what? Your hormones are racing. And when I reflect on high school, you think that time in your life is just like the most important time ever. And you don't even realize that shit is a small pocket. Such a small pocket to the rest of your life.
10 years later, you'll literally forget 90%.
Do you hear me? I can't tell you.
You gon' forget the name of the motherfuckers who you thought was your whole damn world.
I will say this though, friendships though can last. Like I appreciate that I still have good friends who I went to middle school and high school with now. We've watched each other grow and get married and get divorced and become parents and all that. Like that speaks volumes though to people who have childhood friends. Yeah, there's a lot of motherfuckers trying to reinvent themselves and shit.
Yeah, that's just good people though. Like if you got good motherfuckers around you, you gonna be friends whether you go to the same school, different school. Mm-hmm. It's motherfuckers who got friendships now, you know, because now that we in the digital age, just motherfuckers who got, like my son got little motherfuckers from Xbox Live who he talks to on the regular, like little internet friends.
Yeah.
So, you know, that
might be a grown ass man he talking to though.
No, well, he got a little boy voice. Like I tell my son, nigga, you know, you ain't meeting none of these motherfuckers.
Hell
like,
no.
Don't invite these niggas to shit and don't go to shit they invite you to.
Nah, that's a no go.
Cause you know, like I've heard of that too on what's that shit like To Catch a Predator and all that. Like
niggas is weird out here.
Meet me here.
Nah,
you know, and that's another do for single mothers. Meet all your kids' friends' parents.
Oh yeah.
If your friend want to go somewhere, meet the motherfucking parents. Who's this motherfucker's mama? Who's this motherfucker's daddy? What time? Let me get their phone numbers. Let me get contact information on these motherfuckers, just in case I gotta come and kill them.
Well, not even that. Like that's a lost something. I couldn't go to nobody's house. My mama didn't even play that. Like I had to introduce their mama and give them their number. That was like understood. And the fact that people be letting their kids go without meeting the mama. I have had kids come up to me at Bailey School and be like, my mama said I could come over Bailey house. Yeah, shit, no. Bailey mama didn't say you could even come over Bailey house. What are you talking about? So it's crazy. Yelling and cussing at kids under 5. That irks my entire spirit.
I don't yell at my kids, period.
I do yell at my son, but like I seen a girl at the 99-cent store picking up some shit. And a little girl, she couldn't have been no more than 4 or 5, was reaching and trying, get your hands off that motherfucking candy. Why you touching that fucking candy? I'm gonna beat your ass. That kind of shit, like, just it's no reason. Let a kid be a kid, first of all. It's a 4-year-old. They're gonna want to touch candy. They're gonna want to do that. Now, if you want to cuss at your kids when they get older and grown and they understand, by all means, do your thing. But cussing at these small children, stop that.
Yeah, I'm not sure when my mom started cussing at me, but she never, well, I don't think my mom ever yelled at me, but she would cuss me the fuck out. My mom was real, like scary with it. She just pulled me real close, like, if you don't shut your little motherfucking ass up, I'm gonna slap the fuck out your little ass.
Lips curl.
And yeah, nigga, she do that little motherfucker, fuck your little ass up right in this fucking store in front of everybody. And I'd be like, yep, I'm gonna go ahead, chill the fuck out, because I believe her. She'll do that shit.
Yep.
That's actually worse than yelling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My mom didn't yell, nigga. My mom just be like, come here, nigga.
I'm finna fuck
you up. And the way she say come here is like real cool and shit, so everybody think it's some cool shit. Come here, Anthony. Nigga, don't make me fuck your ass up in this motherfucker. You see all these fucking people watching your little ass be bad. I'm like, all right, mom, my bad.
My mama gave me a look, and that was it.
Yeah, my mom had a look too, but
look, and that was it.
My mom was colorful with the language.
Nah, my mama, you know what? My mama didn't cuss at me probably till my junior year of high school. And then when she would cuss, it would be so whack and so lame. She would be like, you need to get somewhere and sit your ass down. Yep, I said it. I'd be like, do you know?
Oh, no.
I would be in my mind like, you so wet. Stop
it. I know how it is. I've heard Christian parents do it. I'm like, I don't know how these niggas raise kids because ain't no fucking way. I remember when I was in church and I was like, how the fuck am I going to scare my kids with rated G language?
You can, because I don't cuss it, Bailey.
Like, Deuce, I'm going to beat the brakes off you.
Sit down.
Shut the heck up, Deuce.
It's a look. See, mamas have a look, though, like, I'm not playing with you.
I got a look, too, but still.
Yeah, but you're
And
bad.
my kids don't really respect my gangster.
Well, they're not supposed to.
Y'all don't know what the fuck I be doing out here in these streets, little nigga, and you not scared.
No, they don't.
You should be scared.
No, that's why I tell Bailey all the time, you playing with me and you don't really know who you playing with. I tell him that all the time.
Because Deuce and Brownie be looking at me like, nigga, you ain't gonna do shit.
Right.
Well, really Brownie, because Deuce, you know, because he my son, so I punch him. So he like, yeah, nigga, he hit me.
That's one of the
Brownie
benefits
should be
of
like,
having a son.
nigga, you ain't finna hit me, nigga.
You can punch your son. I love that.
Yeah, every now and then I give him a little bloomp.
I'll hit Bailey dead in his chest at any moment. It's nothing.
Yeah, sit him down real quick.
Advice to new moms. Relax.
Yeah.
Chill.
Enjoy your children.
It's okay.
Because a lot of motherfuckers be trying to live their best life like this little nigga's in the way. He's not in the way.
I think a lot of the new moms that I see, they be so on. Like, we are in this age now where I want to puree my own baby food and I want to make everything from scratch. And I get it. That's that eagerness to just want to do everything right when you're a first time mom. It's okay, girl. You gonna mess up. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna mess up because you're an imperfect person and you're gonna raise an imperfect being, and that's okay. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to tell your child, I don't know. Like, I really had to learn that probably within these last 2 or 3 years to be okay to tell my child, I don't know. Let's find the answer together, or we can research it, or it's okay. No, I don't have all the answers. And then encourage that child to find the answer and question things.
Yeah, I'm going to say, that one right there.
Period.
It allowed them to ask questions, because all that cause I said so and just because shit.
Whack.
Please don't do that shit.
Don't do that.
That's how you create sheep. Because them motherfuckers is going to be like, well, the news said it, so I believe it.
Yeah.
Such and such said it, so I believe it. They said, so I'm going to do it because they said, because my mama always said, because I said, always listen to adults.
True.
My kids fucking nigga ask me why. Question me.
Yeah.
Don't even believe what the fuck I say.
I agree with that one 100% because it's, you're creating sheep, but then if that spirit is in you to question things in general, because my mama was a do as I say, not as I do type person. And my thing is, you don't even have to tell kids. When you're raised in a household, you're going to pick up certain traits just because you live in that household, period. Even if you don't want them. There are certain things, when I catch myself yelling at my son and I don't want to, I know that's because I was raised by a mother who yelled. And so it's hard to break those habits when I was raised in that kind of household. But it can be done. It's just you got to be mindful. And then when you raising a child to question things, be prepared for it to come back on you. Because sometimes he questioned me about shit. I'd be like, God damn. But I know it's because this is the kind of child I've raised him to be. I've raised him to be that. So be able to deal with that. Don't trip. Don't flip out because they're inquisitive beings by nature. Encourage that.
Yeah, my daughter, she's a troll. She does it on purpose. She
she
asks me questions just to fuck with me. Because, like, she'll be like, Daddy, why is this? And I'll give her the answer. And she'll be like, why?
Oh, yeah.
Then I give her the answer.
I don't
why?
know.
I'm like, Brownie, now your ass is playing.
Yeah.
Daddy, why is cake sweet? Because it has sugar in it. Why does it have sugar in it? To make it sweet. Why is the sugar in it to make it sweet? Brownie.
Yeah.
Now you just fucking with me, Brownie.
Bailey tried that shit. I was like, my nigga, don't play with me, dog. And that was the end of that conversation.
Me and Brownie, I'm gonna answer the motherfuckers until I just get fucked up. I'm like, all right, motherfucker, you win, Brownie. Shit, there you go. Daddy. You happy? You won.
So relax. Teach your kids. Be patient with them. Like, and that my thing is, my son has taught me more patience, no lie, than anything else in the world.
Yeah, and enjoy all of the moments because they disappear.
True.
You're gonna look up, the motherfucker's gonna be bigger than he was the other day.
Grown.
You're gonna be like, God damn, nigga, how the fuck is this little nigga already taller than me?
I know.
So just enjoy every moment as it comes and enjoy it as it is there because it will pass.
Advice to stepmoms. I really, like, when I saw this on the list, when you put this, I was like, dang. I didn't think about stepmoms and what role they play as mothers to children who are not theirs and how to deal with that dynamic.
Yeah, I've had a few.
Just a nigga. I've had none.
Yeah, speak to the mother. If the mother is around in the child's life, y'all should have a conversation. You should know what she expects, what she's down with, what she ain't down with, what she wants you doing, what she don't want you doing. And y'all gonna have to sometimes compromise. Like, it might be some things that you want to do as a stepmother, you know, because some stepmothers really feel like they want to play the mother role to a child. So sometimes as a stepmother, you're going to have to know when to step in and when to back the fuck off. Because some parents is like, I don't want you touching my fucking child. I don't even want you really disciplining my child. If my child does something wrong, tell me or tell his daddy. Don't just try to, you know, step in and do that because that's not your fucking role. You they stepmama. Some parents is like, beat his motherfucking ass. So you just got to have that conversation with the other parent.
I think communication, like you just said, is the key. That would probably be the biggest thing for stepmoms. It's just for you to communicate so that you guys are all on the same page. But I think sometimes that communication doesn't happen depending on the dynamic with the parents. Because if the parents' communication ain't good, then a outside person trying to come in and wield away or open the lines, it can be very, very difficult.
And it depends because sometimes one of your parents, like just say your father's not a good communicator, but your mother is and the stepmother is. Sometimes the mother and the stepmother have a great relationship, even though the mother and the father is fucking beefing.
Right.
They really can't stand each other. Don't even want to don't want to say two words to each other. But then she meet the other woman and she like, you know what? She cool as a motherfucker. She seemed like she got her head screwed on straight. Why is she even fucking with this nigga?
Yeah.
But anyway, you know, he likes this, he likes that, or, you know, she likes this and she likes that. And, you know, here's my phone number. If something goes wrong, call me. If blah, 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 we'll stay in contact. But as a stepmother or step parent, period, you just got to have those lines of communication open.
Communication. And then always know, too, that there are two sides to a story. I think if you're a stepmom and the man has told you stories about this woman and what she's done and what she didn't do and this and that, please understand there's another side to that story that you may never hear, never know. Take it with a grain of salt. Understand that that's your man, but yeah, it's another side to it for sure. For sure. I think that's all we really giving the stepmoms. Communicate.
Damn.
Know your role, know your place.
Yeah. Especially know your role. Don't think you mama.
Yeah.
Because some motherfuckers come in on some laying the law down type shit. Like, I'm your new mama.
I don't think you should ever force that because that's just weird in general. Like, I think about that even with my own son, like having a new father figure. Like I wouldn't expect him to call that person dad or do any of that unless he felt comfortable. So you shouldn't even allow, especially if the mother is active, for him to call another person mother.
Hell no.
Because no.
I've been a stepdaddy and I was like, don't call me daddy, nigga. And I was in his life from like barely walking to kindergarten. And you know, don't call me daddy.
Yeah, no.
I told my girl, don't tell that little nigga call me daddy. He know his daddy. Let him call his daddy daddy.
If he around, for sure. Now I think that's too much.
Even though his daddy was a buster, but it was what it was, you know. Whatever, nigga. But
Hola, Harper.
Dealing with your mate's mom.
I don't honestly, like, when I seen this on the list, I reflected to serious relationships where I have met the mother. I don't have no negative. I feel like because I've always been respectful, and then I know how mothers are about sons. Period. Like a mother and her son. especially a lot of times the son can do no wrong and all that extra crap. It's just never a need to get into it. I feel like the only time you should maybe it would be an issue is if you're married. Now you have a right and a role to say something or impose yourself. But if you just a girlfriend,
as the parent, oh okay.
But yeah, no, like if you just a girlfriend,
well, I don't know. Impose in what as far as being a girlfriend?
Like, I don't know if he is used to, let's say, doing something for his mama all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And that conflicts with something that your wife needs you to do. It is now your role to tend to whatever your wife needs. You can still do that thing for your mom, but if it conflicts with what your wife needs done, I feel like you should tend to your wife first and then tend to your mom. And moms be having a hard time understanding that that your male son is no longer like your priority. Like some women treat their male son like their husband instead of their son. And that's weird.
Well, that's a lot of times when it's the situation of a single mother with a single son.
True. But
like
I've seen it when they had their own husband. I be like, you have a husband. Why he not doing this shit?
Because that and that's a lot of times the husband's job to have that little relationship. Mm-hmm. Like, girl, let that nigga be a man. Mm-hmm. Like, that's, bitch ass daddy.
Like, as a girlfriend, I would never say nothing, but it was just a mental note in my mind, like, this nigga is like really real live ass mama's boy and gonna always cling to her in that way. And if trying to pull him away, I don't want to have to try to pull you away from that. Yeah. I want you to definitely respect her and, because how a man treats his mom, I believe that says a lot about who he is.
And a lot of times, that's advice for single or new mothers. Mm-hmm. Allow your children to be their own person. Mm-hmm. Don't keep that motherfucker stuck on your titty for their whole life.
True.
Allow your child to be an adult. When they start getting older, allow them to do their own thing and have their own life. Don't be like, we supposed to be having dinner on Friday. Like, mama, me and my friends want to go kick it on Friday. Can me and my homeboys kick it? I'll catch you maybe on the first Friday of the month. But all this, we got this appointment that we always got to be together and, oh, your daddy left me and now you leaving me. Don't do that shit.
The drama.
Like, don't try to guilt me into being in this motherfucker forever.
And moms are good. Nobody can guilt you like your mama. And then mamas do that. They guilt daughters. They guilt sons. Nobody will guilt you like your mama. And don't do that. Please.
And that's what I appreciate about my mom. Because my mom's like, nigga, get the fuck out my face.
That's the kind of my mom's striving to
nigga. Fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I got 3 other little motherfuckers I got to worry about. Get your ass out.
I love it.
You and your fucking girlfriend, get the fuck out of my house.
I love it.
So yeah, my mom was
she
like,
had her own thing going. I think that's a lot of times when moms don't have their own life.
Yeah, exactly.
Get y'all. What they saying, baby boy? Mama gotta have a life too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she should have kicked this punk ass out.
Get
like,
you a life. He couldn't have come back.
That was a polarizing scene in the movie. Like, that's fucked up how she chose a nigga over him. That nigga was grown.
He was grown with 2 kids. Boy,
exactly.
You don't get
your grown ass up out of here, motherfucker. Now, if he was 14, yeah, for sure. Choosing a nigga over your 14-year-old, that's some bullshit.
No.
But nigga, when you grown, nigga, you lucky your ass is even still here. You lucky it's shit in your room. Nigga, I should be planting flowers in your room or some shit. Your room should be my hair room.
How did we miss that, bro?
What?
Stop choosing niggas over your child. I've seen it 1,000. I missed it on the do's and the don'ts. Let's go back to it.
Yeah.
A lot of women are choosing, and I think women don't realize how choosing a man over their child, what that looks like. So let me give you some examples.
Fuck y'all's relationship up.
Cooking for him and then giving your child peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Choosing a nigga over your child. I've seen it. Preparing just things that you go out of the way to do for this nigga, but you're not doing for your own children is true. And don't think for a second that your children don't pick up on it, know it, and still feel a way when they become older. I have grown homegirls now who still feel a way about their mama choosing dudes over them constantly. And I don't care if he providing. I don't care what he giving you. Keep your goddamn kids first. Choose you a nigga who understands that this is a package deal and my kids come first. If he don't understand that from the get-go, he's not the one. Don't move him in here. Don't try to go half on the rent. Don't try to come up. Leave that nigga alone.
Yeah, and niggas, if you notice a woman doing that and you allow her, you a bitch.
Yeah.
Because I've been in situations where I've noticed, like, you not going to feed that nigga? Yeah, that nigga could eat these chicken nuggets or whatever the fuck, but I'm going to make my husband my king. Bitch, I ain't nobody. I'm just a nigga that's fucking you right now. I ain't even going to be around that long. I'll take the chicken nuggets. Feed your fucking son. I like chicken nuggets too, bitch.
I don't understand that shit. Like, why? Unless that's what your child requested. Don't get me wrong. If you made a whole meal and he or she want nuggets, fine. Nugget them up.
And a lot of that is, females or people in general misinterpreting the Bible. You know how it says you're supposed to put the husband first, he the head of the household, and he got to eat before the kids and all that type shit. So some motherfuckers take some certain shit and just go overboard with the bullshit.
True.
Like, nigga, me personally, I've always, and it's how I was raised. My mom always put us first. So when I learned about the Bible, I was like, I ain't listening to that part, nigga, because my mom always put me first. My kids always first. I've had conflict in the household about that shit because I always believe the kids should come first. But biblically, it's supposed to be your spouse. But
you can't put him first. My thing is, I see girls doing it with boyfriends, temporary niggas. That's the problem for me. Put your husband first. Get there. Get to that part. Make sure this nigga gonna be around. Don't be doing that and this is just Joey for the week. Yeah. Bobby for the summer? No.
Yeah, that's a motherfucking shame.
No, you devaluing yourself. You're devaluing your child. You're devaluing the whole situation.
And your child is devaluing you while they watch you do that bullshit.
Boom. And so when you try to tell them shit when they get grown, they not gonna hear that shit.
I ain't listening to your ass, Tatiana.
They're gonna throw that right back in your face, and that's gonna be some hurtful shit to deal with. That's gonna be hurtful. What's the best lesson your mom gave you? Top two. Because that was hard for me to come up with just one.
Shit. Basically, hardships is temporary. Just because shit is fucked up don't mean it's gonna stay fucked up. Shit can always get better. Grind through that shit.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was the best one. If I had to choose one, it was a lot, but one.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one. What's one? We can go into the other ones after, but what's the one?
The one that my mom, and it's simple, but it's true, is to be kind. Be kind to people. It's simple.
Yeah.
To be kind to people. I feel like me being kind to people has taken me. I've been kind and respectful to people, and it's crazy. Even still now, I'll say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am to people, and it throws them completely off.
That's a Southern thing. It
is a Southern thing, but I've always been kind. Like, I don't get retarded or ignorant until something is done to me, and it's very difficult for me to just be rude to people. Like, some people can just be rude to people for the fuck of it. I cannot. You have to do something to provoke it, and then it's all, hey.
Yeah, my mom like, fuck,
all money in.
Fuck people. My mom don't give a fuck about people. Fuck them niggas.
Because you know what? No lie, like, you'd be surprised how a blessing will come back around in your life from somebody you don't know who remembers your kindness.
Yeah.
Like, I've had that happen in my life when I was down and out, and just a blessing will fly through, and I know this because I was kind.
Yeah, my mom was always you sow what you reap type of person.
There you go.
I'm going to get this away. And I'm like, Mom, are you fucking serious? And she like, yeah, because it's going to come back. All right. The fuck? You don't give my bike to somebody, Mom? What kind of bullshit is that? And she like, don't worry, you're going to be blessed. I was trying to sell that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, my mama did stuff like that. That used to make me mad.
I was going to sell that. I was going to make some money off that. And you gave that shit to somebody? That's some bullshit.
My mama was good for that.
My mom was real, not exactly biblical, but she believed in God and she taught us to pray and all that type of shit. But my mom, she was good with it. She showed us enough Christian shit to keep us up out of hell. We went to church on Easter.
This nigga said Christian shit.
Yeah, we prayed. We had the 10 commandments in the living room and shit, but we wasn't going to church 4 days a week and all that shit like a lot of motherfuckers that now don't even like church because of that shit.
I don't not like church because of that, but we definitely were faithful to Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, and Sunday. So we're going to end it on what, as a mom or a dad, do you want to teach your child? What's like one of the most important things or gifts that you want to, if you were taken from the earth tomorrow, that you would want your child to know?
2 things that my mom taught me, which the number one thing, grind through that shit. There's nothing bad going on that is permanent. You will be straight. You can grind yourself out of anything. Like, you will have a story for it after. So go through the shit and you'll be over it. And number 2, everybody ain't your fucking friend. That's something my mom taught me, and she drilled that shit into my head. All these motherfuckers ain't your friend. Don't try to be loyal to these motherfuckers that's fucking you over. There's a big difference between people who are for you and people who are against you. Even people who act like they for you can be against you. Know the difference.
I like that. Everybody ain't your... I forgot that one. So I had wrote accountability and kind of the same thing. I wrote watch the company that you keep around you, which is kind of the same thing, because it's true. The people who you think are sometimes the closest to you can be on some other shit, like in the most simplest form. But I want him to have integrity. I want him to be the type of person who does the right thing whether people are looking or not. Because obviously I feel like we in that age now where we're constantly watching, we're snapping, and we're on social media, and everything looks good when social media is popping. But then when that's not on, people be on some bullshit. And it's like, do the right thing regardless, period. That's what true integrity is. It's no matter who's looking, no matter what's going on, good or bad. Because bad situations sometimes will make you do some fucked up shit. Don't let your circumstances put you in a situation that have you fucked up for life.
Yeah.
Period.
Because a lot of that I want to teach my kids, but that's just shit that I learned in life through experience.
Yeah.
A lot of the shit my mom, taught me through experience. So I can't really say she said that shit, but I know that's what she meant when the shit was happening. But at the same time, same shit.
Yep.
Be a real nigga, son.
Do we have a bonus?
Yes, we do. And since it's Mother's Day, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to the mother of 3, Aisha Curry, since she's she want attention. And that
Happy Mother's Day.
That will bring us to our bonus question. Aisha Curry.
Oh my God.
Made news headlines because she was on the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith and her mom and her daughter. I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of this, right? You guys seen it?
Correctamundo.
Yes, we did.
Let me get you guys take on, was she wrong, was she right, or was she both right and wrong?
Ladies first.
Ladies first, mothers first.
Mothers first. That's what I'm talking about. So my co-host had hit me with this information over the weekend when it first dropped, and I just was like, oh, okay. I did not see anything wrong. I thought it was awkward, but I didn't see anything wrong with it. And then as it began to blow up and blow up and blow up, I went back, because here's number one. People take things out of context when it's just a snippet and you don't see the whole thing, and we want something to blow up and make something out of nothing. So I had to watch the whole thing. Then I saw the comment. I was like, you know what? She was hella vulnerable in this moment to even say some shit like that. And it's not about attention from other men. That's what men are seeing and missing. And this is the miscommunication with men and women all the time. It's not that I want the attention from men. No, she doesn't want a nigga to hop in her DMs with dick pics. She don't want a nigga to shoot her shot. It's the feeling of being desired. That's human nature. That's men. That's women. Everybody pulled up that episode of Martin when Gina came in there for the attention or whatever. But pull up the episode when they was married and Martin took his ring off at the gym to see if he still had it. Men do it too. So it's like, why are y'all ganging up on this goddamn girl for this shit? And it's really, she's just saying, I'm human and I want to feel desire. I want to feel pretty. That's, and I don't even think it was that deep. I just feel like for whatever reason, somebody hopped on this shit because it's like, and then too, men think it's all about money and shit like that. Like, oh, you got a rich nigga, you shouldn't want for nothing. No, those are objects. Money only buys things. They don't buy happiness. So yes, she got all this shit and that's not what it's about. Now, if she was a gold digging ass bitch or on some other shit, then yes, baby, she's happy because she has objects, she has things, but it's about feeling good on the inside. So I was not bothered. I love the response that she put out about it because it's like it honestly was not that big of a deal. Something that should have been made memes into and all that old shit. It wasn't worth it. That's my take on it.
I had fun. I enjoyed posting all the funny memes that I posted. I enjoyed looking at all the funny memes that other people posted because at the end of the day, motherfuckers ain't letting Aisha Curry get away with shit. I don't know if it's because she light-skinned. I don't know if it's because she fucking with Steph or what. But when she was saying, you know, I don't like to show my body off because I'm saving that for my man, they was all on her about that shit. Like, oh, she stuck up. When she said, you know, I just enjoy staying at home and cooking for my man, that was like, oh, what about the women who are out here independent? What about the independent women? Whatever she say, it just gets polarized. Motherfuckers love it or they hate it. And a lot of motherfuckers seem to hate it. It's just, you know, that light skin bias. Motherfuckers just don't like her because she light skinned. And, like she's supposedly the perfect wife. So basically, since everybody looks at her as the woman in a perfect relationship, anytime she expresses anything other than perfection, motherfuckers is going to try to bite her head off about the shit. Like, oh, how the fuck you going to complain? You got the perfect this and the perfect that and all this is perfect. And you going to sit up there and complain, oh, woe is me. So, you know, motherfuckers just going to dig into her. As far as what she actually said, everybody want to feel wanted. Like, you know, how I illustrate the point to just men and women in general. Imagine you go to the mall by yourself. You got your best makeup on. You got your hair done. As a man, you got the fresh lineup. You got your best outfit on. You in the mall by yourself. All these women, nobody bats an eye at you. You're like, shit, I thought I was looking good today. You know, as much as people say, oh, I don't seek validation from nobody. I don't need nobody to tell me I'm beautiful. That's a motherfucking lie. Even if you in a happy relationship with a person that's validating you and telling you how beautiful you are, everybody wants to feel like you still hot out here in these streets to some motherfucking body. So I don't feel like what she said was wrong. The only thing she was wrong about was saying it out loud. Because a lot of people, you know, we all feel that way. And I ain't even saying she was wrong for saying it. I'm just saying that that's the reason that everybody got on her ass. Because whether they feel that way or they don't, they got on her for saying it publicly. Yep. So
that's that.
Well, yeah, I felt strong. I felt like saying it there. It shouldn't have happened there amongst your homegirls or whatever. But like I said, I understand the insecurity part because everybody is insecure at some point. It's just the only part I had a problem with was, you know, the attention from other men when you married.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me. I know when I was in a relationship, I didn't care about no other women. So, but in today's Cat versus Dog podcast, the winner is Yung Dolemite.
Oh shit!
You laughing like you shocked.
I am. Shit, you was getting cracking. I was like, oh shit. Happy Mother's Day on this one, goddamn
it. It's still a Happy Mother's Day.
That was gonna be your gift. I was gonna let you win.
Boy, bye. Hell out of here.
Yeah, you know I'm lying. I ain't letting nobody win shit.
That ain't even who you are.
I'm competitive.
Hey. So that has been another episode of the Cat vs. Dog Show. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Anything you want to say bye to the people on little Mother's Day message?
Be a good mother. That's it.
Put your kids first, man. Be patient. Show them love and kindness. And stay blessed. We're out.
A mother would say it a lot better than I could say it.
And you know.